Hello, Sable Duo Gaming here to bring you a special video. It's going to have multiple parts to it, so get ready. This video is a guess on how I think the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 game will be like. I am fully confident that we will have a Five Nights at Freddy's 4, even though it appears that the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 storyline will conclude the story, because Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria is dead, and so are nearly all of the animatronics. But here is where my sequel prediction begins. I did say the pizzeria was dead, but not Fazbear Entertainment. Okay, the story goes like this. 30 years has passed, and Fazbear Frights just started trying to recover the animatronics for their new horror house. But what they didn't realize was that there was more to the legend of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria than they knew. This secret legend about Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was a secret for a reason, because this secret foretells the pizzeria's dark past. This secret was so dark and powerful that Fazbear Entertainment had to hide the secrets from Fazbear Frights deep within an isolated warehouse, and it's now your job to guard this secret from ever being founded by the wrong hands. That was the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 storyline that I'm predicting. But now, in order to feel satisfied, I will have to tell you how I think the game will play out gameplay and content-wise. Okay, in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, you are a security guard in this old warehouse, as I mentioned before, and you have to watch these old animatronics that Fazbear Entertainment was keeping a secret. These animatronics include a prototype version of Bonnie, a prototype Foxy, a prototype Chica, and strangely enough, a prototype Cupcake. And lastly, it will also include Fredbear himself. There will be more animatronics, but they would need a humongous explanation for them, and I would rather put them in part 2 or part 3 of the next video that I'm making for this multiple part video. But back to explaining the gameplay. The prototype animatronics will be their endoskeletons with a metal frame. They will also be extremely rusty. Prototype Bonnie and Chica will play like normal, where they go and do their normal things from the normal games that they've always been doing. But Chica will always go through the vents, while Bonnie cannot go through the vents at all. Prototype Foxy, on the other hand, will act like he did from Five Nights at Freddy's 1, but you have to flash cam lights on him instead of just looking at him. There will also be 3 different cams he will have to move through before sprinting at you and killing you. While Prototype Cupcake will be an endoskeleton head stuffed inside of the icing, which is now going to be a rusty metal frame shaped like the icing. Both the candle and the wrapper, on the other hand, will be the only parts that aren't a metal frame of this animatronic. The Cupcake attacks by preventing you from stopping the other animatronics from, much like Balloon Boy, how he acts. But instead, it's going to be taking away the more vital part to surviving. Well, in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 case, it was the Fredbear mask. In Five Nights at Freddy's 4, it is going to be this new mechanic I will explain later in the next video. So I don't feel I have enough time for it. But you can get him to leave by flashing your lights at him. And that is the only way to stopping the Cupcake. You can flash your lights at him when he's in the vents, which is his only route, or when he gets up and prevents you. And if you flash it at him, you can make him leave your room, much like how you cannot do that with Balloon Boy. And finally, the last animatronic is Fredbear. He acts just like Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 1, but he moves freely. He will not follow a set pattern like he did in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. He will actually move in random places and can almost seem to teleport. He's not going to be overpowered. He's not going to teleport right from his start to your room or anything. That's too overpowered. But he will do a lot of traveling, and he is going to be the most aggressive animatronic. His appearance will be like normal Freddy, but except he will look way low res or way low detailed, and he will have a much, much, much darker skin tone to him. He's going to have dark chocolate brown color to him, and he is not going to have a top hat, bow tie, or button, or anything. He is just going to be plain in shape and appearance, and in the game, since he's going to be really old, half of his face will be an animatronic, and the other half will be his normal, his normal face that he normally has without being old, his actual face. And most of his arms and stuff are going to be the animatronic endoskeleton showing, and he's going to be extremely broken looking. He is going to look more old and aged than the new animatronic Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which looks incredibly old, so you know how old it's going to look like. Fredbear is going to be the most exciting and most main antagonist of the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 gameplay. There is going to be more animatronics that I will touch on later in another video, but I feel like my time is up here for now. This was Sable Duo Gaming. Talk to you later. Bye. Keep in touch for the new videos and the other parts to come. Bye.